Another very popular balloon, that design I should say, that I get asked for, is the bow and arrow. So I didn't come up with this design. I can't remember who I saw it from, someone on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. I've modified it a little bit to make it faster, and this is what I've been using. I've done it at some birthday parties where there's like 30 kids, and made one for every one of them. Start with a 360, 350. Blow it up almost all the way, and tie the ends together, and then you split it down the middle. And sometimes I'll just set that on the kid's head while he's waiting there. I like to involve them every step so they stay interested. Then you take two 260s, blow them up. Doesn't really matter, leave a tail like that. You're not going to use all of it. And I like to give myself something about, I don't know, maybe half the length of the bow. And put it in here and wrap it around. So it's wrapped where I split it there, and that's where I wrap it into. And then fold that under so that it attaches back to the bottom here. And I always like to tuck this under itself there so that it doesn't come undone. Position it roughly where you want it, and put another one over here. It's very handy to hand the balloon to the kids. That's why I always do it. So again, same thing. Something about that long. Put it through. Loop it around. And up here. And of course, you could always take your time to make this really fancy. And I found that with parties, it's more like speed is what I care about. So I don't bother to break off the ends or tie them off or tuck them in or anything like that. These two pieces I have like this, just attach them to these other points like that, right? And I just leave them pointing down or out or something like that, because it's supposed to be a crossbow, like that. For the string, I like to use the 160s because they're cheaper. I use a color that I don't use a lot of, and it helps to push the air out. So you start on one end, push the air out, and then tie it so that you have a flat balloon like that, as opposed to a round balloon that tends to roll. The arrow tends to roll off of it. So now I'm tying one end, to tie the string to one end, and then tie it to the other end. And there's a bow, crossbow. And then the arrow, it works best if the arrow is a 350. Don't blow it up all the way. You leave some of the uninflated at the end there, and that gives it some extra weight in the front, so it behaves a little more like an arrow. And then to shoot it, you put it through, and you pinch it like that. See how it's sitting on there? I tell the kids, you pinch the balloon here. You don't pull the nozzle, you don't pull the string. All you do is pinch the balloon like that. And you don't have to pull back very far. If you're dealing in houses, it shoots very well. It can even knock things off the wall, so you don't want to do it in too small of a house. But for big settings, big buildings or outdoor things, outdoors these things tend to pop. You'll make a lot of arrows. But big indoor buildings, big gymnasiums and stuff like that. I've done a lot of parties at places like that, and it's great. Kids love it.